Professor Shanti Pawan and Professor P.K. Sundarajan. We are the two course instructor in this particularly subject. One is the Dr. Ankit Agarwal, myself, and Mr. Tony along with me. I think you are all aware with the grading system. So first of all, we discuss about the what we cover in this particularly subject. So this subject is also a 12-week long. So here I just mentioned the week-wise syllabus content that we are going to cover. So as this subject is starting from the operational amplifier to it go to the implementation level. That then how we use this operation amplifier for the in a practical scenario. So first of all, some introduction about the analog electronics along with the feedback circuits that are most important part of any electronic system. Then after that, we go to the operation amplifier. Okay. Now we use this operations in the second week. We discussed that this operation by amplifiers different application like as a voltage control voltage source VCVS, current control voltage source, then as a differential circuit as a current source. Okay. After that, when we are going to use this operation by amplifier, so there are two scenarios there that either we apply the positive supply or negative supply. This is called the dual supply operations. Okay, because we required a plus 12 volt or plus 9 volt or minus 9 volt, two different supplies. Or we can use this particularly operation amplifier as a single supply. Single supply, that means we are only required either 0 to plus 9, 0 to plus 12, 0 to 15, only a single supply that is sufficient for operation of this one. Okay. After that, when we are going to use this operation amplifier in a circuit, so there are some coupling capacitors we can use. So what is the meaning of coupling capacitor? What are the consideration that how much capacitance we use as a coupling capacitor? So we all discuss in this. Now in the week 4, we discuss some implementation of operational amplifier using diodes, some positive feedback we discuss here along with that analog to digital converter, because nowadays as we know that analog most of the technology will be switched into the digital part. Okay, so the basic signal available is analog signal. Now how we convert this analog signal into the digital, so we will discuss in this one. Now in the week 5 we discuss that filters are the most important application we have when we are going to use this operational amplifier for the signaling. Okay, like for example, your mobile phone. Your mobile phone will receive which type of signals, and in a atmosphere, most of the types of signals are available. But your mobile phone will be only receive some particularly respective signals. To avoid the unwanted signal, we require the filters. The filters are again classified into the low pass, high pass filters, then band pass filters we use, band stop filters we use. So in the fifth and sixth week, we discuss about the filters. The filters may be the first order filters or the second order filters. Okay, along with that, we are in week 7, we are going to the forward amplifiers. In week 8, now we are going to the application part, application of the analog electronics. Now, in this application part, we are discussing about the Bluetooth handset. Okay, now if we are using the Bluetooth, everyone, I think you have the Bluetooth headphone. So which type of subsystems are available in that? How we connect this subsystem? So we all discuss here. Okay. Now in week 9, the charging subsystem. Bluetooth is a combination of 6 different type of subsystems. So in this, the charging subsystem is very important. So we in week 9 we discuss the charging subsystem, what amplification we require in the charging system, what are the types of we use for the charging of or Bluetooth for the providing the power backup. Okay, along with that, mostly nowadays lipo battery are used. Okay, for everywhere. Like if we are talking about the electric vehicles, so lipo batteries are used. So in this week 9, we also discuss the battery charger circuits and charging motor. Okay, specifically that will be working in a LiPo, lithium polymer battery. In week 10, we discuss the voltage regulators. In week 11, we are discussing about the again the voltage regulator. In the week 10, linear regulators, and In the week 11, switching regulators. Okay. And in week 12, we discuss the audio amplifiers. So these are the week-wise syllabus. Now the course outcome, if we are talking about the course outcome, so basically we start the understanding of fundamental concept of analog system. This is the first outcome that you will have after completion this course. That means you are aware that what is the meaning of analog system. Second, you have you easily understand that what are the different subsystems used in a Bluetooth handset. Okay, so these are two particularly course outcome at the understanding level. After that, you have to apply your knowledge to develop a realistic system using operational amplifier. That is your understanding after completion. And fourth one is the applying the analog system in real world applications. Okay, so we are focusing on these four course outcomes. Okay. Now, if we are talking about the grading system, so the prerequisite course for this analog system is the signal and system and math for electronics. Okay, and you are all aware that prerequisite the compulsory the courses that you have to cover complete. Okay, and you are passed in that courses for registration in analog electronic system. Okay, now eligibility for the return of the examination, the best 5 of 9, first 9 assignment where the your score should be greater than 40 out of 100 and attendance in one of the two quizzes. Okay, yes, you have 12 quizzes, 12 assignments weekly wise. Along with that, two quizzes papers are and the end term examination. Okay, all date sheets will be, I think, you share with you, or it will be shared. If not shared, it will be shared. The eligibility or final papers, that means you have to attend the end term. Okay, and in the final score, three particularly factors are most important. First, the average score of best 10 assignments out of 11, first 11. Okay, and score in quiz 1, if you have not attempted, marks should be 0. Score in quiz 2, if you are not attempted, marks should be 0. These three factors are important for final. Okay, thank you. This is all about the analog electronic system. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Yes, Venkat.
Hello, sir. Good
Yes.
evening.
Good evening.
Sir, may I know what are the reference books or textbooks we will be following for this course?
Reference book.
Yeah.
Exactly, the reference book you can use for the operational amplifier, but for the Bluetooth handset, there is no reference book, so you have to only do the lectures.
Okay, for
Okay, I will tell you the reference book, the micro electronics books. That when we start the syllabus, I will write down the name also.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sure. Thank you. And to get ready for the course, would we do anything in this term break? I mean, if anything, please specify.
I'm not understanding your question.
Sir, since we are having 10 more days in our term break, to get ready for this course, apart from signals and systems and maths, if there's anything to do, please let us know so that we can be ready.
No, not that. If you are ready, if you want, then you can prefer the YouTube videos for the operation amplifier.
Okay.
For better understanding.
Okay, sir.
So that will be easy for you when you are going with the particularly, because maybe possible that when you start the operation amplifier, because operation amplifier is completely new for you.
Yeah, things to
So
seem to be abstract.
that's why for a better understanding, you can start it because there is a 10 days spam, so you can start a YouTube videos. There are lots of video about the operation amplifier, so you can view that one.
Yes,
So
thank you.
it will be helpful for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Any other doubts? Yes.
For the digital systems processing, what reference books do we need for that?
For the digital signal processing,
Yes, digital signals processing.
ma'am, that will be covered right now. So Tony sir will be here. So he will tell you about the particular reference. Generally, the Prokin's you can prefer for the digital signal processing reference book.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Meanwhile, the Tony sir will be here. So in the orientation, they tell you about all the books that you can refer. Any other doubts? Any other questions?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, sir, do we have a lab for this course? A dedicated lab?
Your lab will be, I think, maybe possible that in January.
Sir, I think your voice is not audible.
Now it is audible.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Basically, the lab is with this analog electrons, but it is not included in this subject. This is a separate lab, so maybe it is an in-person lab.
Yes.
You have to stay here maybe in January 2025 and complete your lab part.
Yes, sir. So, can you give a glimpse for that now, or will it be
No.
later
The lab will be
during the
taken
course?
by some other. It will be not decided yet, but lab will be taken from
Okay,
other.
sir.
Maybe possible that with me. Okay,
Yeah,
we
yes.
have a different orientation program for the lab.
Okay, sure, sir. Okay. Yes, sir.
Any other doubts?
Hi. So if we have no more doubts with this course, yeah, I'm Jashwanti, course instructor for the Signals and Systems course. If you have no questions to uh, Dr. Ankit, we can proceed with Signals and Systems orientation.
Yashwanti ma'am, I think these students already have completed signals and systems.
Oh, I see.
Today it is only for analog electronics and digital signal processing.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
No, actually, today it was going to be held for signals and systems also, because yesterday it was not included.
Yeah, that was what I was told.
But in the schedule, I saw only these two. That's why. Okay, then you can. After that, I will go. Start.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just take 5 minutes, not more than that, and I'll just take if students have any questions, and maybe you can proceed. Will that be okay?
Yes, ma'am. Sure.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Subhash.
Ma'am, Ankit, sir. Oh, you have started.
Yeah.
No worries. I'll ask later. No worries. Thank you.
Subhash. Yes, Subhash.
Sir, I thought to ask for a brief introduction about yourself, but ma'am started. No worries. I'll ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope my screen is visible. Right. So yeah, for the students who are taking this course, welcome to the course Signals and Systems. I would be your course instructor for this term. My name is Jashwanti Mandalapu, and I'm a PhD student from IIT Madras. And the course will be taught by Professor Lakshmi Narasimhan Tyagaraja from IIT Madras. And these two email IDs would be the first contact email IDs if you have any questions with respect to the course. You can always email to any of these two email IDs if you have any doubts with respect to the course. As per the logistics of this course, this is a 12-week course where we have around 8 to 10 lectures per week, each of max 30 minutes. Okay. So we will be releasing each week lectures at the end of the week. And there'll be one graded assignment and one practice assignment per week. Graded assignment will be evaluated. Along with this, I think for this term, we also plan to include MATLAB coding assignments. Certain lectures on MATLAB coding will be taught in the course, and we plan to include MATLAB coding assignments. The course is a 4-credit course, 4+1, where 1 is for the MATLAB coding assignment. Okay. So there will be total of 4 MATLAB assignments during the entire 12-week course. These are with respect to the assignments. When it comes to the quiz, we have 2 quizzes, one after 4 weeks and the other after 8 weeks. And there is an end term after 12 weeks. Okay. So this is how the course is structured. And with respect to the grading scheme, there's a little difference between the grading scheme from the last term and the grading scheme for this term temporarily. Like as of now, this is what we decided. This is subject to change. So yeah, it may change. So the grading scheme, we have 10% for the weekly assignments, which are the graded assignments, and 10% for the coding assignments, where we release 4 coding assignments during the entire 12-week course, and 20% for quiz 1, 20% for quiz 2, and 40% for the end term. Okay. And the pass percentage of the course would be, like you should at least get 40% when we take average of, everything. So this is the structure of this course. With respect to the detailed syllabus, reference textbooks, everything, I think we will do that, I'll closely do that in the first week or the first live session, where we will, give more details about the content, textbooks, everything. Okay. And as per the prerequisites, we don't need any prerequisites for this course. So yeah, that is all it is. And for the new students, whoever are going to take the signals and systems course, if you have any questions with, regarding this signals and systems, yeah, I'm here for a few more minutes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in the last term, EEC was the prerequisite for signals and systems. So this is not the case this time, right?
No, so we don't have any prerequisites for this course.
Okay, ma'am.
It's an independent course. Anyone can register. Yeah.
And ma'am, can you please tell something more about the coding assignments? What we have in common with in coding at this time in signals and systems?
Sorry, could you repeat it again?
Ma'am, can you please elaborate more about the coding assignments?
Okay. In the sense?
Ma'am, like I am not aware about any coding assignments from the last term.
Okay. Okay.
So can you please tell me?
Okay. So, all right. So, with respect to the coding assignments, the coding would be, it's more related to like what we need for the signals and systems course. When we say signals and systems, like we work with analysis of signals. So MATLAB is a software that helps us in analyzing the signals in a software, and whatever the analysis that we do on the signals, like we code them. So for example, you take some signal, right? You take some sine signal, and then you try to amplify this signal, and then you try to do something else to the signal. You do a lot of analysis to the signal, and maybe you want to visualize how the signal looks like after, putting whatever the operations you want to perform. So it's like you can assume it to be some, a box of operations where a signal is taken. Like if we take the current electronic communication scenario, whatever I am talking, the way, like what happens to what I'm talking. So my voice is first converted into an electronic signal. So voice to electronic converter, like you put that. And after this, some amplification happens, right? And then after that, some other processing happens to make the signal, to transmit the signal over air. And after this processing, you put the signal over an antenna, right? I'm very bad at drawing pictures. Sorry. So you put it to an antenna, and at the receiver, so this is for the transmitter. And at the receiver, what you do is you do all these operations in the reverse way. You take an antenna, and then you you do all these pre-processings, you de-amplify, and then, like you convert the signal into something that you can hear, and then which is being converted. And there is a channel between them, right? So what you do in the coding assignments is, so you may not do all these things. This is completely different course, which is called as communication systems. But what you might do is, so at every level in this, transmitter or the receiver chain, there's a lot of signal processing that is happening. So you need to understand how you can, like construct a signal, how you can process that signal. You can, intuitively visualize that whatever that is happening. But if you want to see the result through your eyes, MATLAB is a software that allows you to convert the signals. You code these things. So at every level, you code something to get a signal, you pictorially visualize the signal, and then you try to code in a lot of ways to, do a lot of processing or analysis to that signal. So for all these things, you write a MATLAB code to understand the signal well. Okay. So this is what we mean by the MATLAB coding assignments. So it'll be very relevant to this course. We will be, doing a lot of signal analysis in MATLAB, which might help you in the later parts of your, diploma program or something. Okay. So this is the plan for this. So at every point, like wherever it is needed, we will help you write some MATLAB codes so that you will be better off in the next part of the term. Okay. So that's
Okay,
the
ma'am.
idea. Yeah. So somebody asked a question. Will we be getting an IITM license to install MATLAB? This thing needs to be fixed, so it's not decided yet. We are
Actually,
working
we
on it.
already have it.
Uh,
I have
Who
been
is
using
this?
since, ma'am, myself Subhash. I have been using since last term when Signal started.
Yeah, maybe you have the access. We don't know like whether we are going to get the access for the current signals and systems course students. We need to work on this. We are thinking on this. If possible, we'll provide MATLAB license, or otherwise, like we will use Octave. There is also something called as Octave. You guys can Google about it. It's a free software. I mean, anybody can do MATLAB coding in Octave. Okay, so Octave is a free software. So just try to have a. So there's a software MATLAB which is licensed. There's also another software which allows you to write the same MATLAB code that is called Octave. The current plan is to probably use Octave with the license. We'll give the license, MATLAB license, to the current signals and systems students. Okay. I'm not aware of the other students, but yeah, with respect to my signals and systems students. Okay. Any other questions with respect to signals and systems course or the course logistics? Yeah. If there are no
The
questions,
course content,
yeah.
the course content would be same, the lectures and the GAs with regard to the
Yes.
previous term.
Yes. So yes, true. The course content is the same. There's no change in the course content. The only difference is like we add one MATLAB session where we will take a tutorial for the MATLAB, one session, and then we'll give 4 MATLAB assignments. This is only the additionality to the course from the previous term. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. if you have no further questions, great meeting you guys. So we'll meet again in the live session, whenever it is happening. I'll hand it over to Professor Tony, who will be your other course instructor for maybe digital signal processing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, continue.
Yes, sir. It's me.
So I am Tony Abivarkiyam. I will be your course instructor for this particular course, that is EE3101 Digital Signal Processing. So the course code is EE3101. The course name is Digital Signal Processing. The course credit is 4+1. Same as signals and systems. It has 4 credits for the theory and 1 credit is being given for the lab component. Then it is a course, the course type is diploma. And then the prerequisite for this particular course is EE2101 signals and systems, which you have already studied in the last term. The professor who will be handling this particular course is David, sir. So his email ID is this, koilpillai@w.iitm.ac.in. So sir will be handling all the the sessions, all the video recordings of sir. We are doing it now, so it will be available soon after September 20th. Then myself, Tony Abivarkiyam, will be the course instructor for this particular course. My email ID is this, tony@study.iitm.ac.in. Now, this is the syllabus. Syllabus of digital signal processing. Week 1 and 2, these are the topics that we will be dealing with. Introduction to sampling, review of signals and systems. But in signals and system, mostly you might have studied continuous time signals. So here in digital signal processing, we will be dealing with discrete time signals and systems. So basic operations on signals like time shifting, folding, all those things again will be dealt here, but for a discrete time signal. Again, then properties of systems like linearity, time invariance, memory, causality, and stability will be again discussed here, but again, systems. Then you will be learning what is called as discrete time convolution. In signals and systems, you have studied convolution integral. So here it will be a convolution sum, and that will be introduced here. And the impulse response of a system also will be introduced in week 1 and 2. In week 3 and 4, sampling. The process of sampling will be discussed in detail. So 2 weeks are dedicated for that. So how does the continuous time signal gets sampled and discrete time signal and digital signal is produced is what will be discussed in week 3 and 4. And what will happen if you oversample, what will happen if you undersample, all those things, effects will be discussed in detail in week 3 and 4. In week 5 and 6, this concept called discrete time Fourier transform will be discussed. You might have studied continuous time Fourier transform or normal Fourier transform in your signals and systems. That was for continuous time signals. Here for discrete time signals, you have a transform which is known as discrete time Fourier transform. So that will be discussed in week 5 and 6. The properties, there are many properties for DTFT that will be discussed. And the relationship with continuous time Fourier series also will be discussed. Then week 7 and 8, you will have a transform, which is known as the Z transform. It is very important. The definition, the properties of Z transform, a concept called ROC, for Z transform also will be considered. Same like you studied Laplace transform and the ROC of Laplace transform you studied in signals and systems. Here you will be studying the Z transform and its properties and ROC. Then week 9 and 10, you will have the frequency domain analysis of systems. So there you will be studying how does a system behave when a particular frequency is applied. Okay, different types of filters will be discussed. Okay, with emphasis on FIR filter, which is known as the finite impulse response filter, will be considered here. Now, week 11 and 12, you will have what is known as the discrete Fourier transform. The properties of discrete Fourier transform will be discussed. Then circular convolution will be discussed. And how do you calculate DFT in a faster way, which is known as the fast Fourier algorithm. The algorithms will also be discussed in this. So this is the week-wise syllabus of digital signal processing. Now the prescribed textbook is this particular textbook is book is considered as the textbook, that is Alan V. Oppenheim, Discrete Time Signal Processing by Alan V. Oppenheim and Scheffer. So this is the this is how the textbook looks like. It's green like this, and then 3 reference books also will be. The first reference book is what will be used in majority by professor, that is Digital Signal Processing by Tarun K. Rawat. If you can search in Google and all. So Digital Signal Processing by Tarun K. Rawat. It has many number of solved examples which will help you. Okay, so this book is by Oxford University Press. So these 2 books are the books that will be used predominantly by the professor, particularly Tarun K. Rawat. Then other 2 books are Proacus and Sanjay K. Mitra. These 2 are also very good books. If you want, you can refer. And sir will be actually telling you which section of this particular textbook, which section of discrete time signal processing is he teaching, which section of digital signal processing by Rawat he will be discussing in that particular lecture. So you can go back to the textbook and read that particular section so that you will get more idea about the course. Then this is the grading policy. There are 2 quizzes. Quiz 1 is on October 27, 2024. So it will be, the syllabus will be the first 4 weeks syllabus, and quiz 2 December 1st, again 5, 6, 7, 8. The end-term exam is scheduled on December 22nd. So above, as you know, it will be in person at designated centers. Now, prerequisite for this particular course is signals and systems, which you have already completed. And then eligibility to write the final exam is average of the best 5 out of the first 9 weekly assignments. That score should be greater than or equal to 40. And then attendance in one of the quizzes is the eligibility, same as signals and systems. Then eligibility to obtain the final course grade is attending the end-term exam. Okay. And here there is, since it is a lab integrated course, 2 more components are there. Okay, so I'll discuss one by one. First one is the usual, that is GAA, that is the average score in best 10 assignments out of the 12 weekly graded assignments. Total 12 assignments, out of that the best 10 will be taken, that is GAA. Quiz 1, score in quiz 1, and it will 0 if it's not attempted. Quiz 2, QZ2 is score in quiz 2. Now the 2 components which we are introducing here is actually lab experiment, that is LE, that is the score in the lab component, which is best, it will be taken best 6 out of the 8 experiments. Total 8 experiments will be done. Best 6 out of the 8 experiments will be taken. Then another component is lab viva, which is denoted here using LV. So there will be 2 lab vivas conducted based, that also has some marks. So this in out of 100, this graded assignments, that is weekly 1 graded assignment will be that carries 10 marks. Then lab experiments, that carries 10 marks. Lab viva carries 5 marks. Okay. So this is how the grading will be. So the formula slightly we have changed as per the inputs from Professor David, sir. So we have changed it accordingly. Now, there are some deadlines for lab experiments. Okay, so experiment 1 and 2, the deadline will be 20th of October. So there is enough time, you can do it. I will also be helping you what to do, how to do everything. I will be discussing. Then experiment 3 and 4, November 3rd, 2024. Then lab viva, the first lab viva will be conducted on 10th November. That is the deadline. Before that, anytime we will be conducting. Then experiments 5 and 6, deadline is 24th November. Experiments 7 and 8, 8th December. Then lab viva 2 will be on 15th December. I mean, the deadline is 15th December. So this is how the lab viva and the experiments will be conducted. Then these are the course outcomes. Okay. So after successful completion of the course, the student will be able to describe various discrete time signals and the mathematical operations on them. Then apply techniques in the time and frequency domain to analyze discrete time systems. Then understand the process of sampling, and then design digital filters for a particular application. So these are the, this is what I wanted to discuss. If you have any questions, you can ask. As I think I know that you guys have MATLAB. So since using your study email ID, you can download MATLAB or you can use MATLAB online. Anyway, all the assignments will be given in this MATLAB grader. So here I will be creating a course. I have already created the course, and you guys will be added into this particular course, and the assignments will be provided there. Sorry. So here, this is the course. Okay, so this is the course that I have created already. Experiment 1 and 2, the problem statements I have already given. So there you can using your you have to create one MathWorks account. I will tell you how to do all those things, and I will give you an example how to do all MATLAB coding, all those things, and then you have to complete the experiments before the deadline given. And then these are the experiments that we are planning. First one is generation of discrete time systems, signals, then mathematical operations on signals, odd and even and components of a signal, response of LTI systems, linearity and time invariance of discrete time systems, discrete time signals and systems in frequency domain, sampling theorem, and finally FIR filter design. So these are the 8 experiments that we will be doing in during the course DSP. If you have any doubts or any concerns, please let me know.
So the deadlines provided, the TAs are all in every term they are keeping their own deadlines. So this kind of
No.
mismatch is
Actually, no. Actually, this here you can see already that question is given. Whenever you are free, you can do. Before that 20th. Say for example, for experiment 1 and 2, you have to complete before 20th October. So before that itself, September last itself, I will tell you how to do. I will give you an introduction about MATLAB, how to do all those things. And straight away, we will start the experiment. So enough time is there to do the understood. It will be given well in advance. Yes, Subhash, Venkata Subhash.
Sir, we don't have, I mean, signals and systems lab component is introduced this term. So I guess you assume that we don't have any.
No. I will be,
experience.
no problem. I will start from the basics itself.
Okay. Thanks.
Yes, Muthu Krishna.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So, sir, could you please give a brief on how the Viva will be conducted?
Viva, actually, I will be using Google Meet or Zoom, and I will be asking something from the experiment. Since only 25 students are there, we can easily conduct it. 5 marks is given for it. From the experiment, how you did the experiment, I will be just asking 1 or 2 questions. That's it.
Yeah, yes, sir.
And question, this questions will be here. It is like it is given like, okay, complete this line. That's it. Understood. So Experiments are pretty okay, easy. I will anyway. Before that, I will. I hope everybody has downloaded MATLAB into your system. I will tell you what date it should be ready, so that you can use your own MATLAB and do, rather than doing in MATLAB online. You can do. You can use your study ID and download it. I would suggest you guys to create one MathWorks account and then download it. Okay. Those who don't know, you can go to mathworks.com and create one account. Okay, using your IIT study ID. And then you can download MATLAB and keep it ready so that it will become easy for you. So I will give you one deadline. Before that, you have to download MATLAB and install it in your system. Then it becomes very easy. Otherwise, you will have to use MATLAB online. But then it will be I mean, so this is MATLAB online. So this also you can use. So this is MATLAB online. So it doesn't require any installation. You can just open MATLAB online. Using your study ID, you can create one at MATLAB MathWorks account and then directly go to matlab.mathworks.com. Online MATLAB will be there. But rather than doing that, I would suggest you guys to install MATLAB and keep so that it becomes so. So this is online MATLAB. Okay. See, this is how it will look. So everything will be saved in your Google Drive, and then whenever you want to retrieve, you can see the files that you have saved. Or you should download MATLAB. You can download MATLAB 2024A into your system and keep it ready. Any other questions?
Sir,
Yes.
so we don't have any on-campus lab component, right, sir?
For DSP, it is not there.
Yeah.
Because all the experiments we can do in MATLAB itself. And MATLAB, since you guys have study ID of IITM, you can use that and download.
Yes, sir.
And it's very good if you study MATLAB. You can use it for other courses also. So by September end, I will give you an idea about MATLAB. Maybe one session I will be handling for just to get an idea about MATLAB, those who don't know. And then we will start.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other? Yes.
Are the, I mean, are the quizzes going to be subjective or objective?
The quizzes, that assignments will be fill in the blanks or
MCQs.
objective MCQs.
Quizzes?
But quizzes, we are still in the discussion. It might be subjective. Quizzes and end term for digital signal processing might be subjective.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Because otherwise the steps and all you, so even if you are missing out on the final answer, you will get some marks based on the steps and all.
Yeah.
That is why we are thinking we will do subjective. Sorry. Any other? But assignments will be MCQ or fill in the blanks. Assignments, that is the graded assignments. Quiz 1, quiz 2, and end term subject. Reference books I have already shown. I'll show you the slide again. So sir will be following these two textbooks. I hope you can see this. That is this one, that is Discrete Time Signal Processing by Alan B. Oppenheim and Schaffer. That is this green book. And Digital Signal Processing by Tarun K. Rawat. That is this blue. These two are the reference. There are other two more books which are actually good. If you want, you can refer that also. One is ProACUS and The other one is Sanjit K. Mitra. This Sanjit K. Mitra is a very good book. You can refer that also. So, but the portions that Sir is handling, Sir will be telling from this section of Alan B. Oppenheim and from this section of Tarun K. Rawat, it is you can read for better understanding. He will be telling. So these two textbooks only Sir is referring more. Any other question? Assignment, I understand the concern, but assignment, 12 weeks assignment subjective will be little difficult. So that is why Sir told that assignments will be objective. And this thing you can, I think, because if you don't get the final answer, and in between if you make some mistakes, you will lose the full marks in end term. That is why we wanted it to be kind of subjective, so that the steps will be, you will be getting marks. And as I told in this Tarun K. Rawat, this textbook, many examples are there, and I will also be doing many examples in the live sessions. Any other questions? Any other questions? Or shall we stop if you don't have any? So one thing I want you guys to do is please go to mathworks. As I told, mathworks.com. I will type it here, mathworks.com, and register yourself. Create an ID. If you want, I can show you here. Open mathworks.com. Okay. And then I will sign out from here. Okay. What you have to do is, okay, so this is the mathworks. So either you use your sign in and then create account you can use. Okay, so email ID. So here you have to give your study email, that is whatever email you have. So study.iitm.ac. Please put only your study email ID, then only you will be able to access the license, that is the academic license. You will be able to. So here you can see, to access your organization's MATLAB license, use your work or university email. So you have to use your study email ID and then go create one account. Okay, it will ask you.
Sir, it is IIT.
Oh, sorry, iitm.ac.in, and then it will ask you some details, your name, all those things. That's it. And then you can create one. After that, you can download MATLAB. Okay. C.in. Okay, so then you can download. You can go to products and download. Only the MATLAB you download with signal processing toolbox, that is enough. I will show you how to download all those things in the first thing. That so if you are able to download, please download and keep. Okay. So here you can see get MATLAB. Okay, so you can install MATLAB. You can download. Okay, so it will ask So download for Windows 2024A. Okay, download for Windows. That's it. Then you install, that's all. Any doubts? Okay, if you have no more doubts, I will stop sharing my screen. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Sir,
Yes, is it to me?
yeah, no, sir. Is Ankit sir here?
Okay. Ankit sir is here.
Yes, yes.
So, sir, do we have subjective or objective exams?
Here to the DSP, we have the MCQs in the assignments. For the quizzes as well as for the interim examination, we have the subjective paper for analog electronics.
Okay, yes, sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Same subjective for both the DSP and analog electronics.
Yeah, subjective for DSP and analog electronics. Only for the quizzes.
In the end. Okay, sir.
Sir, for signals and systems,
Signals and systems, I think it is same like last time. I don't know. I'll have to, maybe during the first live session, you can ask madam. Till now, they have not told anything. For signals and system, it is almost same, I think, same. Just the lab component is introduced. That's
okay, sir.
Get that out.
Sir, Ankit sir, a brief introduction about yourself.
Can you
mine. I
repeat
had
the-
already given, right? I mean, in signals and systems, I had already given. Ankit sir can.
Yes, sir, I have missed it. No, sir.
Not audible your voice.
I think I have missed it. Okay, sir. Yeah.
No, Ankit sir can introduce. They want Ankit sir's introduction.
Okay. So basically, I am from Rajasthan and I complete my BTech, MTech, and PhD in 2023 from the NIT Jaipur. BTech from University of Rajasthan, MTech from the JP Noida, and PhD from the NIT Jaipur. Okay, from the July, I associated with the IIT Madras and working as a course instructor. Okay. I have a 12-year of experience in teaching for BTech and MTech level in respective in different subjects, not for analog electronics, for several subjects, because as you know that there are the lots of the subjects and everything. Okay. So in the last 12 years, I teach multiple subjects in my college. Any other thing if you want?
Yes, sir, thank you.
My mail ID is I just not in my chat box. The mail ID is ankit@study.iitm.ac.in. Okay, if you have any query, you can ask particularly put your doubts or anything related to the subjects, or if you want some more guidance, you can particularly mail me on this mail ID. Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
Any other? No doubt. So we will just wind up this meeting.
Sir, is recording available for this meeting? I joined in a bit late, so I missed out the
The
part which
meeting
was
is
covered.
live streamed, so you can basically when we live stream some particularly platform, it will be by automatically recorded.
So how to access that recording?
We will inform you because I think the team will be accessing this one and will be providing the.
Okay. Okay.
So, Mahesh sir, are you available here? The live session is on YouTube. Yeah, but anyone put the link in a chat box? You can see it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Nice interactive.
Thank you. Thank you. We will meet.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, are you in Discourse, sir? Have you joined in Discourse?
Have you joined?
In Discourse, sir, the
Discuss
official
form.
interaction. Yeah, Discourse forum.
Yeah, we will be available with the name.
Yeah, sure, sir.
वो नीचे है अभी तो ये एक मिनट।
Okay, so thank you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Mahesh sir, please close this meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.